What we're gonna do right here is go back. Way back. Back into time.
Janky.
Welcome, guys. My name is Chase, and this is Janknation. And if you haven't already, pick up some merch in the link in the description below. Today, you are getting to see the 92 Honda Civic Hatchback. Now, I know what you're saying. This thing's janky. And you're right. It is a little janky. But I got it for a good price. So, let's not discriminate there. I have been wanting one of these EG hatches for a long time, very long time. I probably owned every other Honda Civic from 88 to 96 besides the EK hatch, okay? Every other one I've had, CRX, Civic, haven't had the EK hatch. So, this one I've been wanting for a long time. It's just, before it never was really the right timing for me. I was working on other builds, working on other cars, and these were still highly sought after. Now, I am going to say that I had a very, very hard time locating one that was for a good price range, because someone or a lot of people, which is what I'm guessing, are buying these cars up. So any of them that are of a decent price, they are very hard to acquire. I was looking at one of these that was actually a rolling chassis. Guy had it for a good price. It was about 150 miles from me, somewhere around there, 100 miles. And within 2 days, it was gone. So there's other people buying these, as am I. I finally got mine. So let's go on the tour and see everything that's wrong with this car. Let's start in the front. So we have the stock motor. I got this for a pretty good deal, considering I bought it for rolling chassis price and it has a motor in it, so that's pretty good. There are some issues up here though, but they're not really a big deal. So this brake proportioning valve, it got replaced, but as you can see, the guy kind of boogered up most of the threads. But I think I might try and do a relocation on that, so it's not too big of a deal. The other thing is, I'm having, well, obviously, there's a leak right here. I believe it's the O-ring gasket for the distributor. Those are a very common problem on these motors. And I don't really see oil anywhere else, so I've had that issue before on these cars in the past. But other than that, it's pretty good. There is some issues, though, with getting this car started. I've had a couple issues with the... Actually, I'm having an issue right now. I can't get this thing to start. I got it to start once. I think it might have something to do with this under the engine bay fuse box with the connections. I ran through all the fuse and checked everything, but I've only got it to start one time. And it ran really good, so I'm trying to get it to run one more time so I can take a video of it, so when I go to sell this motor, I can show the people the video that the engine runs good. Now, this isn't automatic, so, but that don't matter. This guy did attempt a lot of things here. he attempted to put these little fog lights in. They were probably good when he did it, but now they're not great. The other issue is these rims. Horrible. Another issue is this door. Now, I was thinking about reskinning this door, actually. But I noticed that how bad... This is the factory... This is factory right here. Well, it's not factory, but that's where the line should be for the door. And then this door is smashed in. So, the problem with reskinning this door is the actual exoskeleton, the door skeleton that's underneath here, is actually smashed up. And it would be one thing if just the skin was just bent, but the fact is that the door exoskeleton is actually smashed up, so that's going to be really not worth it. So I have a remedy for that. So besides that, let's look at some of the lines. Lines are pretty good. Lines are pretty good. So I'm looking down the curve of the car to check to see the lines. Obviously, okay, when you buy these cars, they're old, you get a good deal on them. You're going to expect some type of problems, like the paint is bad. The other thing, interestingly enough, I do like this wing. I don't like the wing that sits like this. I think that's, I don't get why people like that wing. I don't like it. I'm pretty sure this is made out of fiberglass. There is some issues with fitment here that are throwing off the hatch from closing and sealing correctly. So, as long as this is made out of fiberglass, we are in good shape because your boy knows how to do the fiberglass. The rear end looks pretty good. We have a couple dents. We have a dent here. We have a dent here. We have a dent here. Let's see. The back bumper, it's savable. It's savable. It's not even really that bad. We do have some dents here. We have this long crease here. We have this dent here. This part looks pretty good. Doesn't look that bad. This door is actually in really good shape. This front fender is in really good shape. The other front fender is not. The windshield has this weird, I believe the glass is separating chemically. The two sheets of glass are separating that make the window up, but it's not cracked, so it's not that bad. Let's take a look inside. This is probably the worst part. Custom sound system ripped out. Would expect nothing less. Here we have the dash. The previous owner made it really easy for me. Check it out. It's quick release. Quick release dash. We're winning. Custom steering wheel. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how solid that is. Great. Perfect. Love it. Of course, since this car is so old, these vents, they're starting to crack. And of course, he's got a bunch of junk up in here because these vents are all... I'm going to have to get another one of these and fix it up. Of course, since he had a custom sound system and he has no idea what he's doing when he's trying to install a stereo, and he has no idea that he could buy a kit where he doesn't have to cut wires. All the wires are cut. I love it. So, other than that, that pretty much sums up the dash. Oh yeah, there's one more thing. My favorite thing. This is the custom glove box. Check this out. Perfect, bro. Perfect. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, damn. So that's special edition right there. Super special edition. We're going to have to remedy that. Love it. Perfect. I actually pulled this ECU out because I'm having problems getting this car to crank, and I bought a spare ECU, and that doesn't seem to be the problem. And I've bought a couple. I don't know how many main relays. That's not the problem. But when I jump the fuel pump, by jumping the wires, I can get the fuel pump to run. But I've checked mostly all the fuses. I'm going to have to do another video, maybe, and check all that stuff out. And of course, the carpet is done. Let's just say that right now. This carpet is done, but unfortunately, it's not in the budget to replace the carpet right now. Okay? We have a strict budget with this car right now, so we're not doing that. The seats, I know these aren't the factory seats. So if anyone knows where these seats came out of, I think they're actually Integra seats. So this, I thought these were lumbar seats, and I was getting really excited. And then I realized all these knobs do is just control the bottom part. And then I immediately wasn't excited anymore. Because I don't really care about controlling the bottom part of the seat. The back seats, they are seen better days. The carpet has seen better days, okay? This is the problem when you get someone who is just dangerous enough with a car. He was just dangerous enough with this car to make it worse. Back seats are not that bad, but something tells me that, I don't know, man. I think either this cushion got put in wrong, which I can address that, because it's not, it doesn't look like it lines up. So I think my notion is correct that these came out of an Integra, because that would probably explain why these aren't lining up correctly. So let's go around to the back. Now, listen, this is how I bought it, okay? This is how I bought it. This is how it came to me, okay? I didn't do any of this stuff back here. This is what makes me think there might be a problem with this junction box. Oh, I got a water leak somewhere. Maybe it's some connections on the bottom there that he didn't put back right. I'm going to have to check those. That could honestly be the issue why this doesn't start. Because this was back here when I bought it. So that means he replaced this box. He tried. I was told he also replaced the fuel pump. But I was a second-hand buyer from the guy. Okay, so it's not exactly first-hand knowledge from the guy who did the work. It's second-hand knowledge from the guy who did the work. See, so when I close this hatch, this is too tight. So this is going to need to be reshaped down. And I think I'll shave this. I want these lines to be consistent. See how it's off? It just doesn't look right. And I'm not sure how much I would like to, but I can totally tuck this back in here by refiberglassing this whole thing. It's some work, but I can do that. That's no problem. Other than that, it's really not that bad. Alright guys, that was a tour of the new to me, 92 Honda Civic Hatchback. We have some big plans in the future for this car. I don't want to spoil them all for you by telling you all everything I'm going to do right now. So that's why I want you to watch and follow this build. And every day it's going to be something new for you. Every day you see a video come up for me, it's going to be something interesting that I'm doing with this car that I didn't tell you about. So we got a couple of things in store for this car right here. It's going to be pretty interesting. So stay tuned. Support the builds if you like. Buy a shirt, buy some merch. I might have a link or a Patreon or something like that you guys can donate to if you want to help out. I have enough to take this build to what I consider the end of phase 1. I would ideally like to go to phase 2 and phase 3. I don't know if I'll get there, but I have enough to complete phase 1, and that's what you're going to see in this series of videos here. So thank you for watching. And if you'd like to subscribe, comment, share, whatever you want, man. I just want you all to follow me on my journey of turning this car into something pretty cool. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.